Okay, guys, welcome to another episode of ISSA Podcast. I'm sitting here with the lovely Kila G.
Kila G.
Look, I just focus on you, babe. Yeah. When I look in your eyes, you got me in the mood.
And we're sitting here with Uno July. Shout out.
Shout out. What's
So
good?
guys, thank you so much for coming to our podcast. We're really excited to have you.
Yeah.
And for those of you who don't know Kila G, he's a hidden gem in Cape Town, but not so much anymore because he's making big waves and big motions. So
I was about to correct you there as well.
yeah. But in terms of music, I think you have a very unique journey in your music career.
Yeah.
And we wanted to ask you, how did that journey look like for you? What was the moment that you realized music is what you wanted to pursue as a path? And what did that decision look like for you?
Yeah, first of all, thank you for having me. Appreciate it. Feels like I'm talking to family right now. So this is dope.
Better.
But yeah, just start off. My full name is Thandekile Maboee Banzi. I am, mother's child. First things first. I always try to ground myself first before like introducing myself as, big killer.
Yeah.
But I grew up at Gugulethu, where Uno's from actually as well, and in Langa. And I also went to I'm a boys' high school. I was at a boys' school all my life. Crazy journey.
That's crazy.
And from there, like I just grew into going to choirs. Singing has always like been a thing for me, I was involved jazz bands, choir, vocal ensembles. That's how like I kind of cemented myself as a singer, doing like training, like vocal training in high school as well, which helped a lot. And now I'm a full-on musician, and the only way I got there, I have to just finish.
You have to.
The only way I got there was by literally leaving university and being like, I want to do this thing full time. And I had to be alone. I had to be neglected. I had to do it all by myself to really, really want it. And now I can say I'm a full-time like musician.
Wow, that's amazing.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
That's
So
beautiful.
crazy you mentioned that.
Yeah.
Just, I feel like our stories are parallel in a sense. Hence, we come from the same hood.
Yeah.
And what you probably don't know is he didn't know this for a long time.
Yeah.
And you mentioned it, like your tertiary education, that phase.
Yeah.
I got into tertiary CPUT because of his father.
Wow.
Yeah, his
Crazy.
His father Ali hooked me in before I even knew who he was. He was probably a young toddler then. And it's funny because I also, had to take a step back from tertiary because of music.
Yeah.
So I understand how that can really hold you back from like pursuing immediate desires and the fire burning within.
Yeah.
So I want to know, having said that, what does that fire burning inside you tells you today in terms of the decision, or where you find yourself at this crossroads, like, it's either this or that. What did it look like and now?
Yeah. Ooh, that's a good question. It was scary, man. Like it was really scary because you're not gonna get support from no one, you know what I mean? And not getting support from your parents, it's a really, really tough thing as you're growing up as a kid, because my parents really, really supported like everything that I did, but under their conditions, you know what I mean? But as soon as I grew up, I think it taught me like, okay, if I really want something for myself and I want to change a narrative as well and change like I'll call it a curse, like a generational curse of just doing the norm and being unhappy in doing the norm. so that you can just have a qualification, whatever. Like,
so that fire burning, like
it didn't sit right. You were just like, you need
that fire was just
more.
like, bro, I can't go and do the sports management thing.
Yeah,
I'll be out there coaching and I'm thinking about a hook. You know what I mean? I can't operate like that. And I'm very hyper focused. So when I'm focusing on one thing, I try to like give it my all, and I'm terrible at multitasking, and I think it's a musician thing. So yeah, that fire burning just purely came from not wanting to do the norm.
Is it still informed, like in today's practice, like how you approach a studio session, a show, or just planning your day? Because I believe,
I mean, I'm on a podcast today because of my music.
For sure.
Like it's. I just see it as like we spoke about it. Like I just see it as divine timing.
Absolutely.
I think like the dropping out, the time that I did it, the time I decided, you know what, I'm going to do.
One day it's gonna make sense.
One day it's gonna make sense, and just constantly for literally 6, close to 7 years now, just saying it's gonna work, it's gonna work, it's gonna work, and trust me, there's so much more work to do.
And speaking of divine timing, we're just about to, celebrate this amazing drop of your new album, Distorted Closure, dropping on the 6th of March. How are you
feeling? Man.
You know what's crazy about this album is that it's my first time really, really being experimental with sound, and I could personally tell from listening to the album back that I was actually listening to other musicians. The beginning of my career, I was very stuck on listening to my shit. Like I was always like, nah, I don't want to listen to nobody's stuff but mine, because I need to, But then growing up, I learned that, okay, cool. If you listen to other people, you get to
take inspiration from other sources.
And learn other sounds, And super excited about the album, man. Distorted Closure. I'm sure you'll ask more questions about it.
What is the title, the name, Distorted Closure? What does that represent for you, or the chapter of your life that reflected this body of work for you?
Yeah, it's a part of my life that I have let go already, that I have eventually found closure of. Like since I was a kid, I always tried to be like, are you seriously not going to say sorry? Like what?
Yeah.
Like, why are you not going to say sorry? I don't get it, I've always like needed closure. I'm just that type of kid. And through this album, I was trying to find it myself. That's why that's why I'm calling it Distorted, because I had to figure it out, and it was scary, it was weird, relationships were broken, some were mended, some were, like throughout the process, I really, really tap in and speak about the things that I've always wanted to say. And I realized that with closure, you need to say the things that you've always wanted to say. Otherwise, like if you keep it inside, it's never really going to come out. And I'm taking this shit out now on my album, so that I can be able to do it like normally on a normal basis.
Now you have that's one of the questions I actually wanted to ask you regarding like your creative process, because putting out an album, it's a whole body of work, and there's often this expectation of artists to it's not just the music anymore, it goes beyond that, and it's the whole storytelling and even the content, and it's almost, I would call it essentially a brand, because it's you.
Yeah.
It's the music, it's how you're projecting or other people are receiving the work. So it's a whole storytelling that you have to now put out. And that as a creative process is often not easy to do, because I think artists focus a lot on just the music. And my question to you is, how do you tie that in with your visual storytelling and what you want people to receive from the album? How did that process look like for you?
Yeah, I had to first really just finish the album, because I sort of struggle to see things visually when I'm in the process of making the album. I really, really look at things and
just sonically.
Yeah,
because that's the first step, right? You first make the music, but then putting it out in a body of work, it's almost like writing a book. You know, it's not just about the storyline, it's how is the book gonna be.
It's about each chapter, taking care of each chapter, you know. Crazy enough, like I released a trailer video like recently, and that on that trailer video, the song that's on there, shout out to Sake, he produced that song.
Shout out to Sake.
And we created that song literally a while back, but that whole song explains the feel and the energy of the album. But that song is not going to be on the album.
Oh,
you know what I mean? That's
Kendrick. Is that you? You know he does that. You know he does like. What happened to the teaser song?
Like, what's going on? Yeah, no, it's.
Nah, he got me hype.
I get it. Like a lot of like even my team as well. They're like, I don't understand why the song is not on the project, and it's because I'm really paying attention to what the project is. And
it's intentional.
It's very, very intentional. Everything. It's my album, not rollout necessarily, but the energy of the album is inspired by Kendrick Lamar's Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers.
Absolutely.
That's the energy that it's inspired by. It's also a mix of an inspiration by Daniel Caesar's Never Enough album.
Also a good one.
So I looked at that. I also looked at that rollout and how intentional and how delicate it is, how calming it is, how very clear it is, you know. Also just not following the algorithm as well, you know. Super, super important for me. So visually, I try to just, okay, the album is done. Now I can see what we can shoot and what we can do. My team is always like, dude, you gotta like be shooting visuals like now already, you know what I mean? I'm like, I can't, bro. Like,
yeah, I think Kim's question is so important.
Yeah, like, and that fine line.
The fine, and also like Kim is into building worlds. Yeah. You know, she sees things that you and I don't necessarily see as musicians. We're so caught in the melodies and the is that loud enough? Is that soft enough? Is that, you know, the details of the songs? But it's people like around us right now who see things like, oh, did you notice behind you there's this backdrop? Yeah. And if you can use it this way, I don't know, is it fair to say, Kim? Like,
it's almost
how do you see it?
Like, I see it when you put a project out into the world. No matter what form it is, whether it's music, art, photography, you're a storyteller. So essentially that story that you're carrying, it has such a big body of work around it, because you're not just putting out a song, you're putting out your soul into this project. So it's your energy, your time, your vision, and it's essentially you. It's how you are choosing to carry the story.
100%.
Isn't it crazy that as musicians now we have to apply that when writing, when creating sounds? Oh, this sounds feels like the you know, like I have this thing like
the ocean,
coastal, that was my thing. Like during the Ill Skills era, I used to make coastal music. I found a producer then, J1, and he had like these pads and these things that really felt like, oh, I'm walking down the promenade when I hear this sound. And then, you know, it's funny that it's very important that, you know, we highlight this as well, that, you know, we just be clear, we in Cape Town right now. Yeah. If you didn't know, you know, it's a thing out here, you know, it's a thing out here. And one of the approaches that the first events we had ever for ISSA Ting, Kim had this crazy idea, like, yo, let's just do this in the balcony and have a Cape Town backdrop, Table Mountain, South African flags in there. You know, Kimmy became like, cool, I hear you. And then also just the time of the year when it happened, it really, when we got to that moment, it was like, whoa, world building, right? When we put out these things on social media after post the show, everyone's like, whoa, I need to be there in Cape Town. You know what I mean? Like, oh shit, Kimmy was right. Like, you know, like it was affirming, like, yo, we should really stick to be intentional and don't be afraid to, you know, it may look like I don't even notice Table Mountain some days, even I mean right in front of it. But it does make a hell of a difference. So
and I think that's something I wanted to not necessarily phrase as a question, but just to get your opinion on it, because I feel like the art of live music, you know, when it comes to musicians, I think in our generation, it's so dependent now that when you drop a song, it's social media is the first thing that artists go to as a platform, whether it's, you know, like dropping a video or whatever. But what is your opinion on the importance of like the dying art of live performances? Do you feel like it's a dying art, or do you feel like it should be revived? And how important is it for musicians to focus on that?
Man, I think it is all about live performances.
Yes.
It's all about live, because I experience artists through the live. The music has to be put out great, but I want to see you on that stage, bro. Can you perform that song that you recorded
live?
Can you perform it live? If you can't perform it live, I'll find it very difficult to connect with you, because it's like all I see is just, you know, like I wish I got to see Frank Ocean live, like properly. I've seen clips of him live, and I'm like, I cannot believe this guy can actually perform this stuff.
Yeah, can actually deliver it.
He can actually deliver it. You know what I mean? So I think it's. That's how like personally as a fan, that's how I connect to artists. I connect with artists through live music. I rarely like really go there and go on that Spotify and be like, all right, I'm gonna listen to this right now. I'm like, when's your next show, bro? Like, let me pull up and come in. Like,
that's
rare. Awesome.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I believe in live performances, and I think in Cape Town we're very strong with that.
And that's why, you know, Kimmy, we came up with ISSA TING, right?
Yeah.
I think that was Uno and I's vision, I think, for how we started it, because we felt like there's so much talent in Cape Town, so many good musicians that just don't have necessarily a platform to express and just put their music out in a way that you can really feel it in real time, you know?
For sure, exactly.
And that's...
As a Cape Town artist, like, I'm born and bred here as well. And I think Uno will also correct me here, but creating your own platform is the best thing that you can do for yourself as a musician here in Cape Town specifically. And I say this because the only way I really got to become like booked, you know, was through curating my own shows and inviting my fans to my shows. That really taught me so much, because it taught me that like you can create your own community, your own fan base, and your organic fan base. You know, it's not just people that are there like to just enjoy a good time with you because of your name or whatever. Now they're there because like they really they love your music and they've been there with you.
They're growing with you.
They're growing with you, you know? So...
They make the music with you.
They're making the music with you.
They inspire the music.
They wanna know what you're thinking.
Yeah.
You know? I also believe in creating your own community in Cape Town. And I think that's what you guys are doing.
Yeah.
Which I really love.
That's what we're trying to do.
And you guys are expanding it and growing it. Like you're willing to have people on board as well to just be part of this growth, you know?
Yeah, it's funny because now we look at like even the thematic, in a thematic sense, Cape Town is becoming more diverse, hence become such a global city.
Yeah, exactly.
But then we all been across the shores, right? We have an understanding. I'm like, oh, this is why they love Cape Town. You know, this happens when you come back in Cape Town. Like, oh, this is why they really fuck with us. You know, Kim
this is why they come back.
Yeah, this is why they come back. Kim spent time in Amsterdam, even while I was on tour. Yeah. I was there with Kimmy, and we get a first-hand experience of like oh, okay, they say we bring this element back. I did jazz, Supersonic Jazz Fest in Amsterdam, then coming back here, and then Kim and I like literally conceptualizing these things in Amsterdam and how we can do make this a difference back in our city. You've had a fair share of experience in Europe,
Germany,
in Germany, right? And then we come back here, and then we realize that like we so diverse, and Neo Soul been one of those things where we feel like we spend a lot of time today. We connect and we play music in the car and be like, damn, like imagine. Like a Leon Thomas kind of show, what it would look like. But imagine it in Cape Town.
He knows how much, like, we listen to a lot of, like, well, at least I can speak to myself. I love a good Saba, Smino, like Mick Jenkins, I'm like, why is there no shows like that in Cape Town? Like, just for more niche artists that are not like your commercial, some genres that are a bit less appreciated. There should be shows around those type of genres,
But do you feel that ISSA Ting, but that speak easy listening session, penthouse vibe, does it feel like, is that what you're trying to project out? How do you see yourself like from that range of like doing big stages to, intimate shows? And like Selective Live was kind of that, I know you built a lot of like your fan base.
Yeah, my fan base was built there, but I'm all about like, bro, if I did like, I don't want to give out this idea, but fuck it, it's cool. I sort of want to go on a tour of just having or like booking houses, like big houses, like mansions, whatever, and having shows in the mansions, like just a straight up tour.
Yeah, that's a whole thing.
That's a whole thing.
That's a whole thing.
That's a whole thing. I would love to do that, like in different cities as well. Like, on this week we are at this location, private location, RSVP to get a ticket. Boom.
It's a mansion thing.
It's a mansion type of thing.
It's a mansion thing.
Because I really feel like people connect with you when they are at home. I personally prefer like the show.
Intimate.
But then do you feel like it could also be a disservice? Because I've seen you, I think we share the same stage at, I want to say Cotton Fest.
Yeah, at Cotton Fest.
Was it 2020? I remember I just came back from London. What year was it? It was the first one, right?
In Cape Town,
I literally just came back from London, like 2022 maybe.
Yeah,
that was like, that was one of your biggest shows.
Yeah.
Because I literally saw you from small stages and then you did that. And I was like, whoa, my G can really, really like do it on that level.
Yeah.
So how do you...
That was crazy.
That balance.
That difference is massive. You see my eyes are even like, that one was massive. It was my first time being at Confest and my first time being on a main stage like that,
Shout out to the musicians as well, by the way. We got to mention like there are musicians in Cape Town, like actual instrumentalists who are really a fabric of this.
That's something I wanted to ask you. If you look at South African music scene right now, are there any local artists from South Africa that you take inspiration from or you admire in their work?
In the work, I'm going to sound biased, but I respect that man over there. The growth and the art in performance, I think he's literally changed everything. He's changed the game.
Wow, like, thank you, man.
Uno would be walking the streets of Bree, bro, being poetic, like speaking to everybody, like, oh man, the art.
Thank you, man.
Did you see the show he did yesterday?
Yeah, I saw the clips of that, and I was crazy. Like.
The fashion show in the cathedral, it was so beautiful.
It's unmatched. Yeah. Bro, like, I respect you so much.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate that.
The bands, I'm going to start with Kujenga. I think
Absolutely.
Kujenga is my favorite band right now. I love artists like Manana, Bongeziwe Mabanja, Marcus Harvey, Leah Butler.
There's so many ways to fall in love again. So many ways to fall in love again. Oh my goodness.
Love that guy's music.
Yo, man. I fuck with that dude.
These guys, Keywave and Inox May, they have the genre called R&B.
It's too much. I mean?
It's like Zulu. It's Zulu R&B, bro.
Nah.
And it's, like the local
Is it Fifi Mageba's? Is he an architect of that song?
Yeah, Fiji's there. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't call it. I don't want to get in trouble.
Oh yeah. It's not get spicy, but not for real. Like, you know, the songs I'm enjoying. Like every one you mentioned so far.
Yeah.
Like he's really behind some records. You'd be like, okay, cool.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, just from a piano, like the way he. Man, something about the way he get his hands on those keys, man.
Yeah.
You know, the cadence.
Super dope.
And how the sloppy drums, like how they come in. Like, we're talking about Fountains by Marcus Harvey, for example. Yeah. Even, hey man, don't get me going, man. You know what I mean?
But I also definitely want to give like the upcoming artists as well, like Jamel, who just released her first single recently.
She was an ISSA Ting, right?
Yeah, love that girl. Her growth, and she's willing to learn and she's willing to grow as well. She respects the art form. You know, there's girls like Ivy. There is
shouts to Ivy.
Yeah,
so from Googs.
Anele Machoba.
Langa. Yeah. Shouts to Anele.
Stanley Branson. You know, there's a lot of dope upcoming artists, especially from here in Cape Town, and I'm also in there, you know, and I feel like I'm growing with everyone, and I personally believe in just sharing the platform.
Basically, he's just telling us that we lit in Cape Town. We lit. We got a plethora of talent.
Everybody needs to be known.
Yeah, and I really appreciate that about you, man. You know, I come from a hip hop world where niggas just wanted to make it there first and so they can flex on the other rappers.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? For real. And I come from that world, but obviously I'm very ISSA Ting. I speak for ISSA Ting. We're very community driven, and I feel like sometimes, you know, you want to take on your own journey and take some detours as a musician. Like, okay, cool, if we got enough trap here, I fuck with it. Let me give you credit for now, but hold on, let me go do that.
Sure.
Let me give you lyrics, just like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, cool, let me do this in a church, but then, you know, it's like this newfound discovery, obviously with the performance element, but also like writing, right? And I feel like my personal exercise was to really check the temperature. Are you guys really listening to what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, if there was no music behind me. So my exercise in doing these performance art or fashion art is like, I literally see people hanging on the words, you know, on those words, and literally almost teared up, and watching people tear up with me. So I feel like it's an exercise as we go. You know, you express yourself, Kimmy, to the camera, but then you also do music videos now, you know, every now and then.
I do a whole bunch of shit.
You know what I mean? And you know, so we expression is very important, guys, like in many ways. And just like, we want to be multi-dimensional. You want to have a lasting career. I've been doing this for 25 years. So I can't say the same about everybody. So how do you see yourself, you know, taking your journey further?
By staying on the journey. By just really staying on it, respecting the art form, just being on it. Like, one thing that I really don't want to do is put pressure on where do you see yourself next. I've done that a couple of times, and it's not that I don't want to disappoint myself. I just don't want to create an expectation that could be blocking a blessing.
I love this answer, because that's actually super wholesome, because by saying that, you're saying, I'll just let the universe take me on this journey, and not try to control everything that happens.
You know what else, Kim? Like, I feel like he you know, maybe my question was like not that, but he champions like the R&B, like soul music. Like, cool, y'all hear enough of this and that. You know, I'm not gonna take shots, but y'all hear all of this all the time. But have you this one? You know what I mean? Like, have you heard this? You mentioned like a bunch of a list of artists, and it feels like he champions that. So I feel like is it fair to say that you're defining the era? Is it part of like to your communication today, your expression today?
Yeah, I love R&B, man. Like, it's I am willing to to work, collaborate, and spread out, like my go to other genres and stuff like that. But my strength is this. I believe in focusing on what my strength is and making my strength stronger. You know what I mean? So I love R&B so much, and I also sort of really do see what you're saying in like trying to see if people are actually listening, you know? Like I try to see if people are listening by experimenting other sounds in the genre that I'm strong in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that is it's like my language. R&B is like a language to me. And my expression of it is literally in my language in Xhosa, or it's in English. You know what I mean? So I am genuinely a person that wants to, I wanna express in R&B, and I wanna make that genre something, because I also feel like, you know, it's not given enough
recognition.
Yeah, personally, that's my personal feeling. Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah,
beautiful, man.
And I think, you know, just to close off, because we also need to stay track of time, but I just wanted to maybe ask you if you had to give emerging artists from South Africa, someone who's just starting out in making that decision like you made in pursuing music, what is one piece of advice you would give them if you had to offer advice to them?
I wouldn't necessarily give them. I would say, I'm not going to give you advice. First of all,
figure it out on your own.
Like, you know what I mean?
Throw in the deep
say
end.
that, but then I would also say that, like, there is no formula. You know, there is no formula. There's your own formula. There's literally your own one. Just follow your own formula. Be inspired. Watch other people. Listen. Be able to just listen. Pay attention. Listen to the people that are like in the game longer than you. Listen to them, you know, and don't take it as people trying to school you. Take it as like, I'm listening to this person, but I'm going to grab parts
that resonate and align
and create my own formula. And I think I'm still trying to create my own formula every single day. It's been only 6 years. I'm still trying to create this formula.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So
your formula is definitely working, because you're producing amazing music.
Absolutely.
And this album that you're about to drop is
it's only right.
Crazy, so.
It's only right. We ended off like that, like 6th of March to store the closure. And my final question: how do you envision people to receive it? Do you want them to be chilling in their rooms? Do you want them to take drives? Let's manifest this.
Pull up to the concert.
Pull up to ISSA Ting, right? Pull up to ISSA Ting.
Come through to the show, come through to the listening session, come through to just like,
because you spend time on the music, so like you clearly have a vision, like how they you know see,
I do see that for sure. I fought with my team about this, and I told them I'm not going to drop on a Friday. I can't. I'm not going to do it.
Thank you.
Like, I'm not going to.
Thank you.
What's up with the Friday?
What's up with the Friday? What, you can't play music on Monday?
I hate that.
What going?
Algorithm.
But I just don't want to follow that.
Man, fucking algorithm.
Man, fuck your algorithm, for real. Fuck y'all.
But, you know, eventually they convinced me, and we're dropping on that Friday.
Beautiful.
But the Store Closure dropping very soon.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that album. Please go and check it out.
And we're proud of you, man.
Thank you.
Thank you so
some real
much.
shit. Mad proud of you. I never imagined what 23 years in, you know, since I started my career would have looked like today.
Yeah.
And just like seeing your growth and how you making a stamp and making, you know, me and Kimmy's work feel seen.
Yeah.
I appreciate that you are here with us today.
Thank you.
And make incredible music.
I just want to say, like, I think this conversation needed to be had. You know, it felt like for the soul, it just feels really uplifting. I personally feel really inspired, you know, just to keep pushing. And like you said, divine timing. If you just believe in yourself, you can really achieve whatever you want in life.
1,000%. And you guys, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah.
Thank you for also
believing
in me. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
especially you know, thank you for believing me since the first day that you saw me on stage.
Yeah.
You literally believed in me, and ever since you've just been supporting me, like,
yeah, man, goes without saying.
Time, you know. So we could talk forever.
Distort the closure, take you to church.
So
you heard?
27th of March, right?
Feb. 6th of March, we dropping. We next week. Yeah, he's on a crazy rollout, guys. Sorry. No. I understand him. He's on a crazy rollout. Yeah. So I don't know how many shows now this month. 17 shows.
Man.
Yeah, we're going crazy. Next month, album's out. We're going crazy.
Yeah.
It's the thing, man. Shout outs.
Sure. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it.
Peace, y'all. July. Kimmy G. Kila G. Stop. Too many G's over here. Peace, y'all.
Look, I just focus on you, babe. When I look in your eyes, you got me in the mood, baby. Yeah, lips and tender thighs, how can I forget? Yeah. When you laid on my bed and said you and I were meant to be together, babe. I can't keep chasing no more. I can't keep chasing no more. You guys sing that right now. You say, I can't keep chasing no more. Yeah. I can't keep chasing no more. Yeah, together, baby. I can't keep chasing no more. Yes, no more. Yeah, together one more time. I can't keep chasing no more. Yeah. I can't keep chasing no more. I can't keep chasing you.